Okay, so we're going to go over some foam rolling of the glute muscles, and just sitting on the foam roller like this and get yourself balanced so you've got some weight on the hands and on the feet. And to do both muscles, both sides, you can just roll back and forth a few times. And then as you want to concentrate, for me, I'm going to concentrate on the right glute that's closest to you. So I'm going to cross my left leg over onto that side and lean into it a little bit. And then you'll feel that you've got more weight on that right side. And you want to get a full range of motion right from the top of the glute to almost to the hamstring, back and forth. And focus on some areas where you feel a little more tension, slow up, and really feel that foam roller working on them.
Okay guys, today we're going to roll the outside hip muscles, kind of starting at the front and working around to the back. So I'm just going to put the roller down, I'm going to lie down on the side of it, I'm going to use my hands for support and my foot at the front, okay? Get used to that, and then as you get comfortable with it, depending on where you are, you can put more weight. You can lift both legs up, and then now I'm just going to roll to the front of the hip, get more of the quad and hip flexor area, again rocking back and forth, and then I'm going to roll towards the back and get those outside towards the back of the hip muscles, okay? And you can just work at kind of doing this with the roll, okay? Guys, so we're going to be talking about the IT band today. So just a quick reminder, the IT band runs from the top of our hip down to our knee, and it's essentially the seam of my pants or seam of my shorts, okay? So we're not too worried about it being tight. Well, we don't want it too tight, but I want it to move. So I want it to move in relation to my quad muscle that's on the outside of my leg, okay? So I'm going to show you how to roll that on both sides to get that moving across the leg, okay? So you get your foam roller and you just sit on it, okay? So right now I'm on the hamstring, and as I rock forward, now I'm going to be on the quad muscle. And if I keep going a little bit more, I'm going to come up to the really sore spot, and that's where you'll be on the IT band. So I'm just going to hang out there a little bit, roll on the back edge of that, okay? You don't have to be right on the IT band. You'll know when you get there, it'll be really sore, okay? And then now roll to the front, okay? So I'm going to have the roller on the front part of my IT band, okay? So I'll just show you from this way. Now I'm on the front, okay? And the important part is, again, you don't have to be right on it, but as I find a really sore spot, I'm going to kind of hold it there, and then I'm going to bend my knee, okay? That's going to start to stretch the IT band and slide the quad muscle underneath the IT band, okay? And you just rock back and forth on that. So you can do, 35 seconds to a minute on that side, 30 seconds to a minute on the other side. Tight. This hip flexor muscle comes from my low back and down into the inside of my hip, and it often pulls us into a anterior pelvic tilt, rips my back into extension, so that's not good for anything. Okay, so first, one of the common mistakes that I see is people not getting into the proper position, okay? So they're already out here like this, their pelvis is in anterior pelvic tilt, so now that muscle is in a lengthened position, or in a shortened position,
okay, because it travels from here to here. So we need to get back. This leg needs to be straight up and down, your front leg at 90 degrees, okay? Now before I even lunge forward, try to stretch this muscle, I have to get this into posterior pelvic tilt. You're gonna do that in two ways. One, by contracting this glute muscle, your big glute muscle, and two, by contracting your core. It's gonna pull that pelvis. And right away, I'm tight through here and I feel a stretch before I even lunge forward. So now when I lunge forward, I'm going to keep this contraction really, really hard and pushing my knee into the ground. So you can see, I'm moving forward, but my leg really hasn't moved. And I'm feeling the stretch right here. I don't want to see, you should never really see this, especially in the beginning. Okay, once you get going and you get this muscle stretched out a bit, yes, you can get a little bit more stretch in there. Once you get comfortable with getting into the pelvic tilt, now you can get a little more core activation by pressing straight down into your knee as you lunge forward, okay? Hey guys, so this is the frog stretch and a little bit of variation of the rock. So great hip opener, and then we'll get a little adductor action going, groin action going as well, okay? So on all fours, you're just getting into that position here, maintaining neutral spine. And then now if Ashton's gonna walk around, and again, I don't wanna be anterior pelvic tilt. I gotta keep this tight. If I wanna rock back into it, I can do that. Okay? Then you can add leg out, toe up, okay, to get that adductor. Same thing, I can sit back into it, but maintaining neutral spine the whole time. Hey guys, so this one is a variation of the external rotation stretch or pigeon stretch from yoga. Nice and easy if you do it on a table, bench in this case, blocks here. You just get your leg up. Ideally, you want this as close to 90 degrees as possible. My limited rotation doesn't allow that, so sometimes this knee will pop up. You can put a roller underneath that to protect the knee, okay? So now I'm just gonna sink into it. Okay. And the idea is you're trying, right now I'm stretching my right hip. I'm just gonna sit and drop back into it. I can also lean forward as long as it increases the pull in my hip and not the pull in my back. But ideally I'm just sitting back into it and pressing that, like I said, trying to keep my pelvis straight and not necessarily going to that side. All right, so this is a single leg glute bridge to take away the hip flexor activation. We got this from our buddy Greg Cook. You can either, the best is to do a crossball, but if you're tight and inflexible like me, you may have to use lacrosse or softball, okay? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna get that in right inside your hip joint, front of the hip joint, press it in, activating my right glute right now, press up. Hold, back down. As you progress through it, still with the ball there, but now I'm not going to hold. I'm just going to hold with my hip flexor, tight, hold it, and up. Hey guys, so this is the single leg body row with a band, I guess. What it is a great way to connect the foot, the lower leg to the hip and the core, okay? So first thing you're gonna load the foot and your opposite hand is gonna have the band anchored around the bar, okay? And then the key is to get your foot anchored to the ground. So big toe, baby toe, and heel, and then just draw everything and get that short foot nice and tight through here, and then arm stays locked, and now I just rotate away and then rotate in, okay? Drawing everything back, okay? It's not a row, it's a rotation with the body around that anchored foot. All right guys, so this is the bretzel, okay? So from our FMS buddies. So you're gonna be on your side. Important to have something to protect your neck and support your neck. So foam roller will do that. You're gonna bring your top leg, whatever side you're on, into maximal hip flexion as much as you can. If you're very flexible, it'll end up being up here. Myself, I'm just past 90. That takes out my low back in rotation, okay? The other leg, I'm going to extend it as much as possible and grab it with my upper hand, okay? If you have trouble or knee problems, just use a belt and grab it here, okay? Now, my lower hand is gonna hold down my upper leg, okay? Once you're in this position, then I'm gonna try to do a maximal rotation without letting this leg up, okay? Then, I'm in this position, I'm gonna take a nice deep breath, and at the same time, I'm gonna try to push my leg down and push this leg down without letting it move. So there's not gonna be, it's gonna be an isometric contraction. So here it is. And again, trying to bring the shoulder as much rotation as possible without any leg movement.